Well guys, I think it's time to start the bathroom floor. I know it seems a little premature without walls up, but I want to get some tile backer board down. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Let me get the backer board cut to fit and then we'll try to install it. $52 wide.
Okay.
47 and a half, maybe. Full this way. And then we'll come this way. 52. Otherwise, I'll have to cut it with a much more aggressive tool like my grinder.
That worked fine.
Yep.
You gotta go the whole way.
I know, I'm starting. How long are my arms?
Good point.
This gives a little more pizzazz.
We did it.
Yeah. Yeah, it like breaks under a little bit. I just hit my thumb.
Oh.
But this right here, dumb. So here's where we're at. We have all the boards cut to fit, and we have our screw pattern marked out on the board of where we're going to screw it. We tried keeping them within 8 inches apart all around the boards. Everything's good. I wanted to mark it to make it easier and quicker to screw. Now you guys might wonder why these boards are pink. You've seen a lot of Hardiebacker tile board, never pink, right? This is actually a waterproof board, and I'll talk about that more in a little while, but that's why it's pink. It's a cement board that's waterproof. Now I'm going to pull these out, now that we have the layout and it all fits right. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to mark the seams with a Sharpie so that I have all the lines on the floor. And then we're going to start mortaring. We have to put a bed of mortar underneath all of these. And those lines will just help me know where to mortar for each board so I don't have to keep guessing. While I had this one down, I went under the house and marked where the shower drain was, so I'll get that cut out too. Heavy.
Yeah. Now, do you want the new tape or do you want the old tape?
The old tape's fine. I'll try to get this vacuumed one more time and then we'll put it down. Look at this!
What? What is it? What? Look at the legs. Have you ever seen such a thing?
No.
Oh, it's creepy.
That's the weirdest stick bug I've ever seen.
Wow. It has like the thinnest legs ever.
Yeah. Sorry, you just stand right there, man.
Dada, I want to feel what I look like.
Just wait a minute. Big Bird? Oops. It feels a little bit stiff.
I would do a tiny, tiny bit more. That's good. I think that's good right there.
Plop 1. Plop 2, right?
Looks so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, picture if you got it so flat, you just let it dry, and there you have a nice floor.
A mortar floor.
Yeah.
Try my best here, Ash.
Hey, what about some over here?
How do I get this in here, Maverick? Oops. Right there. Ow.
Whoa.
That hurt. Probably not.
Dada?
That just destroyed the glove.
Yeah, I should take it off. That's why you're not supposed to wear gloves when you use power tools. Okay. Is that okay?
I think so.
See it with the twin like that.
I think in hindsight, I would have loved to just keep my roofing nailer, and I probably would have just tacked it in. But maybe this is better, I don't know.
And the tiles were good. Those light green ones, they're only about this big.
Yeah.
You have to do a...
Will it be easier to deal with small tiles than big ones?
We've never laid small tiles.
I don't know.
Put them on bow. And put this one on bow. And put this long one on bow. So, what about this little piece?
That broke when we were cutting the sheet, but it's okay. Because that'll be under the shower anyway.
Oh, I found this one.
How's that look?
Good.
So the bathroom floor is totally prepped for tile right now. We're not going to be starting tile because we want to get the walls up. This is going to be one of those back and forth kind of jobs where we jump around again because we want it done in a certain order. Now I did want to talk about why we're doing this tile backer board. You can see this board is pink. This is the back side of it, which is more pale colored, and it's a Hardiebacker waterproof backer board. You might not know that most Hardiebacker boards, they're a cement board made for tiling. They're not waterproof. They actually absorb water, and we want to try to block water from ever getting down to the subfloor or even just sitting in the floor. We'd rather just not get there at all. Since we're doing a bathroom floor with some really small tile, there's going to be a lot of grout lines. Lots of grout means lots of places for water to soak in because grout is porous and is prone to cracking over time. So ideally we don't have any cracks, but I'm just saying it could happen. So we opted to go a little extra step and do this waterproof board. Now the whole point of backer board is to give a suitable substrate for tile to adhere to. Because it's a cement board, it doesn't expand and contract a lot, and it can stay pretty stable with the tile. If you just put the tile straight on plywood, which some people do, the plywood has a tendency to move more with the seasons, and you're going to be more prone to cracking and problems. So that's why this is a good idea. Also, this obviously waterproof. Even the non-waterproof ones, they're not going to rot if they get wet, whereas your plywood floor, it will rot if water gets under those tiles. You guys know we normally like to go with Ditra, which looks like this. And this is an uncoupling membrane that you adhere to your floor with mortar, kind of the same way you do this. You don't screw it down though, you just embed it in the mortar, and then you tile on top of it. So you might be wondering why we're not going with Ditra this time, because I've always used this in the past and I love it for tiling. It's all because of tile size. This is the tile that we chose to do in our bathroom. We really love the design, the color, everything, so we bought it. The problem is it's too small to use with Ditra. Now Ditra is an uncoupling membrane, a little different than this. And what that means is it actually isolates the tile from the floor so that they can move independently of each other. This one is still screwed very solidly to the floor. It'll resist some movement, but it's not a true uncoupling membrane. Scientific, I know, whatever. This stuff is awesome because it will do the best job at preventing cracks, plus it's waterproof. This is the best if you can use it. The problem is the way this is designed. You see it's a series of pockets, and that's where the mortar sits and it grabs inside those pockets. But if you look underneath, now it might be hard to see, but right here there's channels underneath that are hollow, and you can see them right here, and that's underneath these lines. So the mortar fills the pockets, but those spots stay hollow. And what happens is when you have too small of a tile, especially something with these fragile tips coming out, first of all, the tile's only going to be held in with just a couple of those little pockets. That's not enough to really be secure, and the tiles could have the tendency to break out easier. And since there's not much supporting the tile, if somebody stepped or put a pressure point on these fragile tips, and it was over one of those hollow voids, there would be nothing to support it, and you could end up cracking and breaking the edges of your tile. Not a good idea. This is really only made for tiles that are 2 inches, or larger than 2 inches, where it can spread out over a larger area and not be as prone to breaking or popping loose. So that's why you never use small tiles with Ditra. It's just the way it's designed, there's not enough support for these small tiles. So unfortunately, we throw out the Ditra, we go to backer board. This is the old way. It's proven, it works. I think it'll be fine. I could have installed it with nails. I decided to go with screws. I don't know which way's better. I just did what I thought I was supposed to do, and it's done. So the next job, I'm gonna actually get the shower installed, and then we're gonna start working on walls. The bathroom's coming together. It's gonna look awesome. The reason I went all the way under the shower, which you don't see a lot of people do, usually people tile up to the shower, Well, it's because I want the waterproof floor to extend under that shower lip so that if we ever have a leak or dripping outside of our shower along that caulk line where the tile meets the front of the shower, if water gets in there, it's going to hit this and not all the way down to the subfloor. I think it's going to be a long-lasting installation. I hope so, at least. The 1/4-inch backer board is usually used on floors. The 1/2-inch backer board is usually used on walls. And backer board is not meant to be structural. Your floor has to be solid, and this just gives the substrate for the tile to rest on. Keep that in mind. A lot of people think that this is going to be super strong. It's a cement board, and that's what's going to keep your floor strong. It's not really meant to do that. Make sure your floor is solid and beefy and has nice thick plywood or OSB before putting this down. Test fitting.
It looks like, can I go in the...
Looks like a little bit of it was still dry.
Do you think it shouldn't be on the...
I don't know, Maverick. I could be making a big mistake right now, huh?
Uh-huh.
It's probably a good thing that you're not in here right now. You'd probably be stressed out seeing this mess. We'll see when I'm pulling the shower pan back out and dealing with that mess. So I'm stopping there with the shower pan installed. I'm not going to do the walls today because I want that mortar bed to dry before I start hooking other things on it and messing it up. I got it really as level as I could. It was really hard to level that shower base because the base wasn't level. Like, you got a picture inside, it's sloping toward the middle. And on the outsides, they didn't seem level. On the back especially, it seemed like it humped in the back. So I did my best to level it, and I think I got it there. That mortar was a bit of a disaster because I just mixed it too dry. And I don't know. It's not like I do mortar beds under shower bases every day. That's probably the second time.
We've only done one once other...
No, maybe 2 times.
Really?
In my whole life. So this is like my 3rd time. So give me some leeway on setting that bed. As long as when it's dry it feels solid, that's all that matters. That shower base can actually be set without a mortar bed. It's strong enough to stand on its own, but the feet have to contact the floor, and they weren't because our floor is not straight. I spent a lot of time under the house leveling, but the nature of the house is that floor has a weird shape at it right in that back corner. Most of this room is level, but that back corner just is what it is.
Old wood that's like formed
Yeah.
to a certain shape.
Sometimes after wood has sagged for too long, you can't get the sag out. The wood is just bent that way. Anyway, I don't want you guys to think I forgot. I do have mesh tape right here, made in USA, and that's going to cover the cracks on The floor, I didn't do that step. But just try to be patient with me. People always say, you forgot this, you forgot that. We're just slow and we do things when we get to them. But I do have mesh tape to cover the cement board seams, and it's supposed to add strength to the floor, help reduce cracking. Honestly, our tile has mesh on the back of it, so it's probably going to be the same difference, but whatever. We'll do it when we do it.
Probably.
Like I said, we'll get the shower walls installed maybe tomorrow after that mortar bed is set up. And then we can get the drain in, finish up the plumbing. Lots of cool stuff. So that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.